I'm Curtis Strange, and this is my US Open. My uncle Jordan Ball and two other friends talked Alan into flying up Sunday night, Monday morning. Long story short, they fly into Boston. They get this rent-a-wreck. They get about a mile from the clubhouse, and they realize they don't have credentials to get in. But they have Alan, identical twin. They put Alan behind the wheel. They get stopped at the gate. The guard gate says, "Hey, Curtis, hey, good luck. Kick his ass today. Go right on in." They think it's me. So here they go. Now this is 10 o'clock in the morning, 11 o'clock in the morning. So now my uncle and Alan enjoy their hops. So they're there 2.5 hours before I show up. So they drink a couple beers. He's around the putting green and they think it's me, and he's got a Budweiser can in his hand. "Hey, Curtis is warming up just like we do." My national championship. It's the biggest competition as an American I can play in. And my dad played in it. But I had played well in 2 or 3 previous US Opens. I'd finished 3rd and 4th and had an outside chance twice before that. So this was not my first time in the US Open and having a chance to win or being a favorite. I knew the atmosphere, which is huge. I mean, with atmosphere comes not just tough golf course and national championship, it comes with history and tradition. And that's added pressure as well. We all know the adage, don't get upset, frustrated, impatient, and blow yourself out of it the first day. It's a par 5 I could get on in 2 if I hit really 2 good ones. If not, I lay up well below the green. I can't see this level of the green. I know it's going to come in hot. It'll take a bounce.
Oh, that's in. Slam dunk.
Took the right bounce, didn't it? You know, it's you got to be lucky sometimes. 70 I was very pleased.
Curtis Strange's 3rd shot here at the 12th.
You have to be hitting on all cylinders to play well in a US Open. When you miss the greens, you're going to have to get it up and down once in a while. And you're going to have to try harder around the greens than you ordinarily might try.
My goodness. This man is performing miracles here lately.
And I ended well. I got it up and down for the 2nd consecutive day of the front bunker at 18. And when you finish off with a good par save at 18 in any round of golf, but especially there, it makes you feel good. And then it added up to 67, so the game was on.
Curtis Strange playing with Gilder.
Oh. That really was the tradesman's entrance, Jim.
It certainly was. However, Curtis Strange now has the lead all by himself at 8 under for the championship, 3 under for today.
I love watching the scoreboard. I like to see what I'm doing compared to the rest of the field, and it can affect the way you play late in the tournament. If I continued on, I could separate myself, which is going to make tomorrow a whole hell of a lot easier, because it's going to be a tough day anyway. I know better than anybody what I've just done the last couple holes. Well, you want to steady the ship, but you want to finish on a positive note as well. And of course, once again, the big bunker at 18.
Excellent.
And I got it up and down. So that was a good thing. I'm going to have some of my ashes dumped in that bunker one day. You think I'm kidding? You try to sleep. Sleep came tough for me. There was so much adrenaline and vinegar run through your veins. It's not the time to get tired. Tired was Tuesday. This is what you've trained your whole life to do. So sleep was not necessary. There's a knot in your stomach. You couldn't spit. If you get beat, you get beat. Don't beat yourself. Go get the job done. Playing with Nick was a thrill. One or two best players in the world. But you always want to play with and against the best in the world. Game on. One of the things you do prepare for internally is there's going to be a lot of ups and downs, and that's what happens in every round of golf you ever play.
His second shot to the small target goes over the back of the green, down a hill, and nearly reaches the lateral water hazard just beyond the road. Another bogey, and Faldo's par takes the lead.
It's not time to panic. Just do your best there. You get out with a bogey. We still got a long ways to go.
At 7, Curtis Strange.
You know, whenever you make a putt like that, it's good. But in that situation, to turn the tide a little bit, get feeling a little better about yourself, about your game, means a great deal at that point.
There's another. Strange is back in front.
Now I had to survive the next 2 or 3 holes. They were tough. They were the meat of the golf course.
Lovely shot. Oh, hum, another par.
Back again.
Yes.
At long last, he gets one in. It's real match play stuff over these final few holes.
When it comes down to the last 4 or 5 holes, you think the pressure would get bigger and bigger and bigger, and you get more anxious. You don't. He seemed to calm down and just kind of play.
What a putt.
That's as good as he could do. That ball's about 20 feet by the hole.
I went to 17 with a 1-shot lead. Now we're running out of holes, and having the lead's a good thing.
Fast coming down there. Look out.
I just got caught a little bit off guard with the putt. Downhill, left to right, and there was no reason for that other than I just hit it a little bit too hard, and she ran out on me.
Three putting. Apparently had a chance for birdie to wrap it up, and they'll go to the 18th hole tie.
The second putt that I missed was a direct reflection of a bit of panic in me. I hit a poor putt because I wasn't ready. And, you know, it happens.
What a beautiful shot.
There's a sense of relief. I still had to make, an 18 inches or so, and Nick Faldo make this 22 or 4 foot or whatever from the fringe. A little bit downhill. I didn't like the way it looked coming down the hill. It looked pretty good.
It looks like we'll be back tomorrow.
Now you got to keep the adrenaline up, got to keep the the concentration up, you got to do it all over again. I had a couple of phone calls from former players that wished me luck and said, don't be disappointed if there's not a lot of people out there tomorrow because it's a work day. I said, I know, I appreciate, thank you, blah, blah, blah. But when I get to the golf course the next day, Boston showed up. They adopted a Southern boy that day. And I am always indebted to them. I love them. I didn't feel at all like I was the underdog. I knew he was going to be as tough a competitor as I could have. We were gentlemen, we went about our business, and we played hard. But I'll be damned if you're going to get my way between me and that trophy. It was a tough putt, but more importantly, I just bogeyed 4. You know, I don't stand on the 10th tee saying, phew, 9 more, if I can just hang on, I win. No. You're 1 up now. You're playing with 1 shot of house money. We're not thinking about what's at stake. You don't have time to think what's at stake. 13. One of those you're trying to get down and tap in. That's what I was waiting for, a little cushion.
Twice today, after he's made a bogey, he's come right back with a birdie.
It's not over with yet. He's not going away.
Lovely touch on that, huh?
Faldo must have this one. He has just not been able to make the punch when he needed it today.
There's no bad place to win a U.S. Open, my gosh. But the country club and the history, playing against Nick, the current British Open champion, the fans, Boston, they couldn't write a better script for me.
Way to go, Curtis.
Curtis Strange of Virginia has won the United States Open Golf Championship.
A. Morris said it best, your life has changed forever, for the good. It wasn't about material things, it was about in here that you'd accomplished something, that you'd won your national championship. You got your hands on that trophy. I don't take it lightly. I don't take it lightly at all. I wanted to share this trophy with the people, and you just want to have people put their hands on it and see it and look at the names. In golf, it's the grandest there is for me, so I wanted people to be a part of that, and that's just me.
1988 U.S. Open champion, Curtis Strange.
You don't play the game for the history books. You don't play it for anything other than doing the best you can in that one dream that you might have. And this was mine, and sometimes you still can't hardly believe it. 2 of them are right here. That's all I need to say.